Hi, my name is David Taylor, and I'm also one of the coordinators of the Writing Fellows program. My role is to create the materials that the Writing Fellows use in their online workshops. And as Michelle said earlier, one of the primary duties, responsibilities of those materials is to help close the transactional distance that these online students feel. These online learners at UMUC, and we work with students in all of the disciplines, are feeling quite a bit of transactional distance. Those in the 100 and 200 level courses are closer in, while those in upper division and graduate level courses usually find themselves at the outer reaches of transactional distance, where the highest level of autonomy is expected of them. Our goal when conducting workshops and other types of interventions is to move students closer by using high dialogue, interactivity, and low structure to establish connection in our virtual space. And as a result, many of the teachers that we work with have come to rely upon the Writing Fellows program as a complement to their traditional online offerings. These teachers know that in online learning, there's a special emphasis on reading and writing skills. And they want their students to have a place like the Effective Writing Center and the Writing Fellows workshops to go to so that they can work on those skills and have the gap of transactional distance closed for them. So, in making these materials and in conducting the workshops, how do we close this gap? And the answer is, we fake it. We fake it in two ways. First, when conducting an asynchronous workshop, the Writing Fellow is required to visit the class and respond to all student posts every 24 hours. In reality, our Writing Fellows are in the class responding to students 3, 4, even 5 times a day on the threaded discussions where students submit work during the workshop week. Our goal is to establish a sense of constant presence in the classroom. Now, notice I said a sense of constant presence. Of course, it's impossible for a Writing Fellow to be in a classroom 24/7 during that week. But what the Writing Fellow can do is be there often enough so that the students feel, oh, the Writing Fellow just left for a moment and is going to come back. Or the Writing Fellow might be actually sitting there behind the computer waiting for somebody to post so the Writing Fellow can pounce on it. It's that sense of the Writing Fellow being almost constantly monitoring the dialogue so that that dialogue can help move that needle from asynchronous more and more close to synchronous. Now, the second way that we close that gap is with the kind of materials that we use. Because our materials are programmed in HTML, we're able to create interactive pages that use multimedia representations of the Writing Fellow. Some examples.
Hi, my name is Allison and I am part of the Writing Fellows team at the UMUC's Effective Writing Center.
Hi there, my name is Kevin and I'm a writing advisor with UMUC's Effective Writing Center.
Hi, my name is Laura Deckley and I'm an advisor in the Effective Writing Center.
Now, clearly, students coming into one of our workshops are confronting, getting to know a very distinct personality. Perhaps the single most important thread in our workshops is the assignment analysis thread. To address the problem that some students encounter when reading, especially page after page of text online, we use the design capabilities of HTML to make assignment instructions more visually accessible. I also help Writing Fellows make their own videos that reinforce written instructions. Here's an example from a 100-level business management course conducted by a Writing Fellow in California, Zoe Fisher. Notice the graphic enhancements on the page: images, bullet lists, headings and subheadings, the use of color. There's also an embedded avatar that gives his own instructions. But the real jewel is the video that Zoe made that is embedded in the assignment instructions. In that video, she reviews the requirements of the assignment verbally while pointing them out as real lives in a model paper that the teacher shared with us.
Hi class, this is Zoe from the Effective Writing Center. I look forward to working with you again this semester.
And so clearly, the distance is closed. Finally, we also make sure that our standard threads, those on common topics used in multiple classes, make use of multimedia with real people's voices, at least, and interactive elements. Here's our standard thread on capitalization. Note the human interaction of the avatars and the interactive self-scoring quiz at the end.
Hey, I have a quick question that might seem silly.
Shoot!
Sometimes I get confused about capital letters and when to use them. What are some guidelines for this?
In sum, although our Writing Center occupies a virtual space, our goal is the same as any Writing Center, to provide the student an experience of sitting down one-on-one with another writer to help build reading and writing skills that are going to help that student once that student has to journey out onto the outer limits of transactional distance.